Wondering what it would be like to live in Chapel Hill, North Carolina? Stay tuned. Well, you're in the right place. Today, I'm here in Chapel Hill to give you the lowdown on its location, demographics, weather, schools, fun things to do, and of course, the housing market. And let me tell you, Chapel Hill is not your average suburb. It is part college town, part foodie town, part forest retreat, and part basketball religion. So stay tuned. Here we go. Hi everyone, I'm Nick Vosberg with Taylor Realty Group, where we provide real estate experiences tailored to who? That's right, tailored to you. And today I want to take you on a tour of all that Chapel Hill has to offer. But before we begin, if you're interested in buying or selling in the Chapel Hill area, please schedule a free consultation with me using the link in the description or on our website. Chapel Hill is located in Orange County and is part of the famous RTP or Research Triangle Park, along with Raleigh and Durham. It sits just southwest of Durham, west of Raleigh, and is home to the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, which is a huge part of this town's identity. From downtown Chapel Hill, you're about 20 to 25 minutes from downtown Durham, 30 to 40 minutes from Raleigh, 25 to 30 minutes from RTP, and 25 to 35 minutes from RDU International Airport. So Chapel Hill gives you that smaller town, tree-lined, intellectual feel, while still keeping you close to major employers, universities, hospitals, and the airport. And if you're looking for weekend trips, you're still in a great spot. You're roughly a few hours from the beach and a few hours from the mountains, which means Chapel Hill residents can debate beach house versus mountain cabin while eating biscuits on Franklin Street. A very North Carolina problem to have. Chapel Hill has a population of about 62,000 residents, so it's much smaller than Raleigh or Cary, but it punches way above its weight in reputation, education, and demand. Chapel Hill's median household income is about $86,000, but that number can be a little misleading because Chapel Hill is a college town with a large student population, as you can see, and the area also has many higher income households tied to UNC, UNC Health, research, tech, and professional jobs. Chapel Hill's median owner-occupied home value is about $700,000, which is significantly higher than the North Carolina average. That reflects the town's limited housing supply, strong school demand, UNC influence, and overall desirability. Now, one thing to understand about Chapel Hill is that the numbers can look a little unusual because this is a college town. You have students, professors, medical professionals, researchers, retirees, families, and luxury homeowners all woven together. It's a highly educated, globally connected, and very influenced by UNC. Chapel Hill is the kind of place where your neighbor might be a surgeon, a professor, or startup founder, or someone who knows way too much about Carolina basketball stats, or possibly all four. I'm at Bowling Creek Trail, where I really want to get into the weather of Chapel Hill. So if you're moving here from the Northeast or the Midwest, you're probably going to be very happy to know that Chapel Hill is not exactly a snow shoveling Olympics kind of place. Summers are hot and humid, which I'm experiencing right now. Winters are generally short and mild, and spring and fall are beautiful.
Nice.
Average temperatures range about 30 degrees in the winter and the upper 80s in the summer, and Chapel Hill averages only 3 inches of snow per year. So yes, you still get seasons. You get spring flowers, fall color, summer humidity that gives your hair its own kind of personality, and the occasional winter weather event where everyone immediately buys milk and bread like we're preparing for pioneer times. So if Chapel Hill's... Oh my gosh, I'm having heat stroke. What's going on? If schools are high on your priority list, Chapel Hill is definitely going to be on your radar. Most of Chapel Hill is served by the Chapel Hill Carrboro City Schools, or commonly known as CHCCS. Chapel Hill has a long reputation for strong schools, and that reputation is one of the biggest reasons families target this area. Some of the high schools buyers commonly ask about include Chapel Hill High School, which is behind me, East Chapel Hill High School, and Carrboro High School. Now, very important realtor note. Always verify school assignments before making decisions. In Chapel Hill, school boundaries matter, and they can affect buyer demand. There are also private and independent school options nearby, including schools in Chapel Hill, Durham, and the Greater Triangle area. So if education is part of your home search, Chapel Hill is one of those places where buyers tend to lean in and do their homework. And yes, in Chapel Hill, they may even do the homework on a spreadsheet. There is no shortage of things to do in Chapel Hill. In fact, the hard part is narrowing it down. So let's start with the obvious one, UNC Chapel Hill. UNC brings sports, arts, lectures, medical innovation, student energy, and a steady stream of people from all over the world. The university welcomed over 6,100 new students in its entering class of 2025, which gives you a sense of just how much demand and activity the university continues to generate. And if you're a sports fan, Chapel Hill is Tar Heel country. Basketball is not just a sport here, it is basically a religion. Then you have Franklin Street, one of the most iconic streets in North Carolina. It's packed with restaurants, bars, shops, coffee spots, UNC energy, and game day excitement. If you're into the outdoors, Chapel Hill has a lot to offer. The town maintains over 730 acres of public spaces and about 17.6 miles of urban greenways and trails. You've got places like Bowling Creek Trail, Battle Branch Trail, Umstead Park, Southern Community Park, which is where I am now, Homestead Park, Coker Arboretum, the North Carolina Botanical Garden, and many more. So if you like walking, running, biking, dog strolling, or pretending that casual walk is training, Chapel Hill has you covered. For arts and culture, you have Moorhead Planetarium, Carolina Performing Arts, Ackland Art Museum, local music venues, independent restaurants, bookstores, festivals, and downtown events. Chapel Hill has a very distinct feel. It's not big city flashy, it's thoughtful, charming, leafy, and a little quirky in the best ways. All right, ready to move here? Let's talk about the housing market. And speaking of housing markets, check out this beautiful golf course behind me in a neighborhood called the Oaks. This is going to help us transition into why Chapel Hill is one of the more expensive and competitive markets in the Triangle, especially when you're looking at desirable school zones, close to UNC, or in established neighborhoods with mature trees and larger lots. As of May of 2026, Chapel Hill's median combined home sale price was $700,000. The average days on market in Chapel Hill is 9 days, which results in 97.6% of offers being at list price. If you watch our market updates, you know that under 4 months of inventory means it's a seller's market, above 6 months is a buyer's market, and everything in between is balanced. In Chapel Hill, there's about 2.8 months of inventory on the market, so that means it's a seller's market. That's why when you're actually buying or selling, we want to look at the most current MLS data by neighborhood, price point, condition, and school assignment. In Chapel Hill, not all homes compete with each other. A renovated home near downtown Chapel Hill is a totally different animal than a golf course home here in Governor's Club, which is different from the home that's tucked away in the trees near UNC. Popular areas buyers often ask about include Meadowmont, Southern Village, which is where I actually am right now, Governor's Club, The Oaks, Lake Forest, downtown Chapel Hill, Briar Chapel, Ferryton Village, which is nearby, historic districts in UNC adjacent neighborhoods. One big thing to know is Chapel Hill has a lot of older housing stock compared to some of the newer Triangle suburbs. So buyers here often need to be thinking updates, inspections, crawl spaces, roofs, windows, tree maintenance, layout, but that's also part of the charm here. You're not just buying square footage here, you're buying the location, the character, school access, trees, proximity to UNC, and long-term desirability. And because inventory can be limited in the most sought-after pockets, well-prepared buyers need to move quickly when the right home hits the market. So given everything we've covered, it's easy to see why Chapel Hill remains one of the most desirable places to live in the Triangle. You've got UNC, great schools, beautiful neighborhoods, parks and greenways, Franklin Street, strong resale demand, and a lifestyle that feels smart, relaxed, and deeply rooted. Chapel Hill is not the cheapest place to live in the Triangle, and it's not the newest or the most cookie cutter. But if you want charm, education, culture, trees, history, and that classic Carolina feel, Chapel Hill may be exactly what you're looking for. And if you'd like to know more about Chapel Hill, or you're looking to buy, sell, or invest anywhere in the Triangle, schedule a free consultation on our website. And if you're moving outside of Raleigh, Durham, or Chapel Hill area, I also have a network of referral partners who can help you anywhere in the United States. So don't be shy. All my contact information is on the screen. Okay, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.